outlining the country's commitment to the war on crime was the focus of the Minister of National Security's budget communication in the House of Assembly today. Carla Palmer reports tonight that crime has trended down, but there is still much more work to do.
Cannot deny it. Crime is now an evil in the country that impacts sectors of our economy and all persons within our communities. And no one can claim immunity from it.
Minister of National Security and the Member of Parliament for Baines and Grantstown, the Honourable Dr. Bernard Nottage, reporting to the House on the current state of crime in the country.
Suffice it to say, we have made good progress in the investigations of a significant amount of murder case files. But I have to say, Mr. Speaker, and I understand it, that the thing that most challenges citizens with respect to crime is the number of murders. And to date, we've had 62 murders for the year.
Minister Nottage notes that recidivism remains a challenge.
When we assumed office in 2012, we inherited thousands of serious case files for prosecution. Due to many factors, many of these serious matters were not tried before the courts before we came to office. And so hundreds of offenders were released on bail, and over time, they returned to our communities, where many of them continue to reoffend.
Despite this, Minister Nottage says the government remains poised in its attempt to remedy the problem. He reminded that crime is everyone's business.
The crime scourge with which we are faced today did not happen upon the Bahamas overnight. We must all be prepared to exercise patience in seeking liberation from it. And when we start throwing around criticisms about who's responsible and who's not responsible, if we took the time to look at who's committing the crimes, and we're seeking to give the cause there to be believed that there's some political party or some political thought that is creating crime, they'll be surprised where the blame would go. But this is a no-blame speech today, Mr. Speaker. So I'm not going to put blame on anyone. All of us are in this together.
Minister Nottage says the high level of crime now in the country did not just occur overnight. And while he says the government is doing what it can to address the problem, he called on the wider community to assist the police in reporting any criminal activity. I'm Carla Palmer for ZNS Network News.